thank you, Russell, for having us back out in your beautiful new home. We've just been chatting around your time here, and we first met probably about a year ago now, I think it was.
Probably was, yes.
And so just wanted to get some understanding of your experiences moving home from your home of 30 years to where you are here now, and just your experiences dealing with myself and the team at Shaw. If that's okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, we start to take you back to when we first met. You were already on the market. Just tell me how things were at that point for you.
Right. Well, it does seem a long time ago now. The reality was wasn't the easiest property to sell.
Yeah.
It was verging on rural, but at the same time on the side of a town. It was large, not the sort of house that everyone would want, particularly with an acre of garden. Something that we've enjoyed for 30 odd years, but we could see that it wasn't for everyone to look at. I think we'd gone through a rough time. We were finding it hard to get a feel for the value of the property on the market. We'd been advised in certain directions, but as you know, until you actually put your toe in the water, you don't see what sort of figure it's going to come around with. And I think a bit of fatigue was setting in. We were possibly even at the point of reversing and staying there a few more years. Yeah. It had reached that stage. So you did come in as a breath of fresh air. Yeah. You didn't make promises you couldn't keep, which had been a problem in the past. Yeah. And we did feel confident. We did feel confident that you were going to help us get what we needed from the property to move to this place.
Good, thank you. And I think probably when we first met, we sat down and we talked at length about a plan that we were going to try and give you something a bit different to what you'd had previously with, I think it was 2 agents that you'd had previously.
2, yes.
And how did you kind of feel going through that experience of what we talked about in terms of setting out a plan, a strategy to get you the interest and actually putting that together?
A couple of things in there. You did have a clear plan, but in all honesty, other companies had seemed to have a clear plan, but there's a difference between talking about it and actually executing it. Yeah. So we did feel confident from the start that the plan that we'd worked out with you, with some possible variations on it, as you know, with the possibility perhaps of dividing the land from the house, etc. Yeah, I felt that you knew how to sell it, and you generated the interest very quickly. That gave us the confidence to follow it through with you.
Yeah, good, thank you. And I think that was probably one of the most important things with the property, because it wasn't an easy property. No. There were definitely lots of options, and when we first met, having had the conversations, did you have any reservations about using us?
No, not from what you had said, and not from what we'd seen of you. Any reservations were purely from past experience that, I'm going to say it, another estate agent.
Yeah, well, I think it's fair to say estate agents get tied with the brush.
And you know, I was pleased that what you said you could deliver, and you did deliver. Yeah. I think also something I feel quite strongly is, it sounds a little arrogant perhaps, but the property was well at the top end of the area, which I think made valuation of it very difficult, and again finding the price of it very difficult, because it's probably the most expensive house in our area to sell in ever.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And that is difficult. I know if I did my own calculations just going by local sales, it gave a figure that I wouldn't have sold for.
Yeah, well, I think we had many conversations.
It was a challenge for you, I think.
Yeah,
to
it
find
definitely was, and it wasn't the easiest valuation to put on the property.
Beautiful house, beautiful garden, but I think it wasn't the easiest for you. So yeah,
but we like a challenge, so that's fine.
Good.
I think one of the things we're very passionate about is the way that we communicate with our clients.
Yep.
How did you find that experience?
Very, very good. Yeah. You were, if I had a question, you were there immediately, unless you were in a meeting, in which case you came back within half an hour. But no, communication was good all the way through.
Good. And I think it's been, it was a few month process and wasn't a quick process, but I think the whole experience was, from our side, was certainly a very good experience. How would you describe the whole experience from your side?
From the point that you took over, or from the time we put it on the market?
I think from the whole experience for you. Moving house is stressful, isn't it?
Stressful enough. Yeah. When we put it on the market, we both, my wife and I, had thought it was a 2-year project. A, because we wanted to do work here before we moved in, and B, because we knew it wasn't going to be the easiest property to sell. I must admit that after 12 months, the fatigue had set in. And certainly once we'd got enough rooms decorated here, a desire to move in was important. So the experience at the beginning was difficult. Enthusiasm and excitement at first, then it petered out. You did have, you know, a job on your hands to revitalise that with us, which you did.
Yeah.
So yeah, the latter half was good. But as you know, having had a few failed purchases with it, I was apprehensive through till the very end, because it almost looked too good to be true until it was actually signed on the dotted line.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm delighted we got there in the end.
Absolutely.
For you.
And you said we would, and you know it did follow the path that you said it would on that. So
good. Well, I thank you very much. Really appreciate it, and it's really nice to see you in your new home,
it's
settling
nice
in.
to be
and,
here.
Yeah.
It's nice having only one home to look after.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you very much, Russell.
Okay, welcome.